Hey guys, how you doing today? Rising Phoenix One here, back home in the good old U.S. of A. After my tour of the People's Republic of EA. Really glad to be home in the land of the free and brave. Emphasis on free. I'm still in a re-education camp. I was from the Discord. I was told yesterday that, and this is why, because when the massive across the board all-star nerf hit a week ago on Friday, I left a comment that said something like lawsuits are coming or something like that. And that was an immediate ban. And I was told that yesterday that the reason I was banned and sent to the re-education camp was because that's against the terms of service for the Discord. It's automatic. So I checked out the terms of service from the Discord, had a buddy screenshot them and send them to me, and guess what? There's nothing in there about that. And it incorporates by reference EA's terms of service, and guess what? I read that too, and there's nothing about that in there. So yeah, I don't buy it for a second. They were just squashing any dissent, and but letting people piss and moan about the monthly master screw job, which they so coincidentally announced the same day. I don't know if they intended it as a distraction technique, but it worked for me as a distraction technique. I saw that right away, and it was about an hour later that I discovered that my lineups had been decimated. So yeah, I was told, well, you know, it's for 30 days, and there's a pathway in, and I'm like, seriously, bro, seriously. You want me to just sit here for 30 days and then whatever your pathway in, lighting candles in the Church of EA and swearing allegiance to their flag, whatever, it's like, no, screw you. So that was the end of that. In fact, I just deactivated my entire Discord because who needs it, right? It's just another form of social media that can be particularly annoying. But I do miss being able to go on there and communicate with one or two of the game changers who were actively interested in acquiring info from the game as to things that were not working right or not giving out boosts or whatever. And just being helpful. But so you can be helpful, but if they destroy what you've spent the better part of 2.5 months building up, you can't complain about it. And if you say the word lawsuit, you're going to get banned, even though it's not in their terms of service for the Discord and it's not in EA's terms of service, because I read them. Reading, rat, and arithmetic, I learned those things in my days in school. So here we are. We've got these 3 new masters for the, oh gosh, pretty weak Mobile Madness, March Madness promo. So they've added an out-of-position Draymond Green at point guard, and he's only an 87. He's strategic. I would never use a manual with that 72 three-point shooting. And then sometimes it can be valuable to have a taller point guard. But yeah, I'm looking at his dribbling is really low at a 73. And so, it seems to me that he would be a pretty easy target for steals. So yeah, there's that. Then we've got this Hakeem card. And we'll talk about him in a minute, but he is a center and he is finesse. And then they've got Ewing at power forward. I assume they did this because from what I've seen and heard, tomorrow the monthly master will drop and it will be a power game style center Shaq. I think a 91 Shaq, Shaquille O'Neal. So let's look at this Ewing. He does have good rebounding stats. But yeah, pretty much the rest is unimpressive. His rebounding is good though, and his post work is good, but you know, he's not. Well, his speed and agility isn't terrible, but the problem with this is I've already got, at least for me and probably for some others, I have. Let's look at our lineups. And if I go to where I'm using a power coach. So I've got an 89 Stoudemire. Granted, his rebounding isn't as good as Ewing is. So, you know, if the auction house wasn't still broken all these weeks later, I might acquire Ewing, replace and put him starting, put Stoudemire on the bench, and then try to sell this 88 Kawhi. But this 88 Kawhi is just simply not going to sell. I've given up on trying to sell anything on the auction house. It's maybe you can sell 1 out of 20 cards you post if they're, you know, higher OVR cards. So yeah, Ewing doesn't do anything for me, so I didn't go after him. Let's do this. You can see that I do have, however, Hakeem, who's one of my all-time favorite players, even though I'm never been a Houston Rockets fan. No, I don't want Jokic down there. I want Giannis to give some position boost to Hakeem. And so here's the Hakeem card, and he is an 88 who boosts to 93. Granted, I have 87 Jokic, and I think Jokic only boosts to a 92 up top. But both Jokic and Hakeem on the bench boost to a 92. So if you got Jokic on the bench and you know you want Hakeem for a bench card, so far anyway, I'm not getting any additional boost. Except in the starting position where he goes up to a 93. So I went after this card just because it can potentially give me some more options down the road in terms of matching 7 finesse players to get the full boost out of the Kerr coach boost item. And it was easy to get. I had saved up a whole bunch of brackets. You know, in the event we needed them to get these mystery masters that get revealed 2 days before the day before really the promo stops. The promo should run through tomorrow, Thursday, so they got revealed today, Wednesday. So you have 2 days if you haven't saved up brackets to get the players that you need to fill the sets or whatever. But it was really easy to get. It didn't cost me any money. I wouldn't have paid any money for it because this one isn't worth spending even $500 NBA cash on in my book. Excuse me, and given my lineups. So let's take a quick look at something. We're going to look at the primary stats, and you can see that Hakeem's primary unboosted rebounding stat is an 81. His boosted rebounding stat, because I have +4 to rebounding, is an 85, but that's still very low for a center. See how much higher Drummond is, and then Giannis is even higher. Even Jokic in an 87 is higher. And the main thing I want out of a center is rebounds and putbacks. So let's look at his attributes. And if you look in the lower right left-hand corner, the rebounding stats are painfully low. upper left-hand corner, the box out stats are low, especially offensive. He has some, some post-shot ability inside, but I don't. That's more for AI. He's slow, has some decent agility. The only thing I can say about this card is that if you look in the upper right-hand corner, is that his inside offensive game has some good stats. Layup, inside the paint, scoring with contact. The rest of it is really pretty disappointing. Yeah, so we're going to try it out, see how he plays. Maybe he'll surprise us. Look, doing Hakeem dirty on rebounding is not new to Season 5. For some reason, that started in Season 4. And I'm not sure that I understand that. Boy, if I recall correctly, Hakeem was certainly in the top 25 all-time rebounders, but in the stats, the last time I looked at it, the stats that really mattered, which are the rebounds per game. I mean, I don't think he was in the top 25, but he was close. But he was above guys like Shaq, like Timmy Duncan, David Robinson, Mutombo. He was Anthony Davis too, if I recall correctly. Karl Malone and even Kevin Garnett, I think. So yeah, I don't get it. But stats don't always determine how a card plays, particularly how this card might play AI against the opponent. So why on earth didn't we start a search? Because I'm like out of stuff to talk about. There's nothing else to talk about, right? I mean, the game is what it is right now, right? And that's not too great. And we've been treated the way we've been treated, and that's just pure ass shitty. But I'm still on the fence if I continue to play the game. But if you're on the Discord, the official Discord, don't complain. And for God's sakes, don't use the word lawsuit, because they will tell you it's against the terms of service, even though it isn't. And if your only reason there is not to acquire information because you're some noob and you don't know how the game's played, your entire reason for being there is just to provide helpful information so that they can, certain game changers can send that information back to EA and fix some things like jerseys that are broken or something like that. And then you get booted. Well, okay. It's a good way to treat your spenders, isn't it? So I refuse to sit in a re-education camp for 30 days and then have to go through re-education testing in front of the in front of the Communist Committee. No, I got a little bit too much pride for that. And I am so sorry that I started this search so late. I'm still 1228 ranking. Yeah, that's reflective of my engagement with the game. Shoot. I don't edit, obviously, can you tell? But I don't have to start this whole spiel all over again just because I can't get a frickin' match. I mean, no, I'm not going to do that either. So, yeah, I was able to get this primary lineup up to a 96. And the key was taking the nerfed Sabonis card out and putting Monthly Master Irving in. Since all he gives, Sabonis gives now is a boost to team, you might as well get the better boost from Irving, even though he doesn't match finesse. Oh. And then same thing with Oscar Robertson because, well, actually, you know, Simons does give a boost to team, but it's a weak boost to team. And, you know, both Oscar and Dr. J give their primary boost to position, but their secondary gold boosts are to team. So, yeah, so you can see we have rebounding with them and a rebounding boost. So, you know, there's at least some benefit to that. Okay, let's play. It's safe to say there will only be one gameplay today, and ooh, this should be a good one. 96 versus a 95. I bet he's a finesse. Yes, he is. And he's got Penny Hardaway, so, you know, say goodbye to any chance of Curry getting steals. And we're going to get to see how Olajuwon performs against Jokic's AI. So these lineups are just about as even as you can get, right? All right. It's nice to get a higher OVR. Oh, for the love of God, please tell me I'm recording. I am. All right. Or as my friends in Louisiana say, aight. And I really do have friends in Louisiana. They're good friends. This slow motion stuff is coming back, and I've got slow motion. Oh, no. Okay. I've got slow motion turned off. Go away. There goes Jokic. And a missed shot and no rebound. And I mean, there was nothing I could do. Nothing I could do on that possession. All right. That stuff happens. I mean, that's not like something that's broken or something that's unfair. It's just they got a break. Oh, no. That was me. That was absolutely on me. I don't know what happened. Olajuwon had position, and I don't know what I did with him. I'll have to see when I go back and look at this. That's not going in. Wait, hey, Olajuwon with a rebound and a basket. Of course, there was nobody else under the basket, so if he didn't get the rebound, it was just going to sit there. Well, this Jokic is just eating me alive right now. Come on, Curry. I can't hit a shot. Welcome to... That was an open shot, too. We are in what I would call the post-nerf part of the game, but it's not another one. But that was right to him. He didn't even have to move. So 2 rebounds for Olajuwon because he was in the right spot. My defense, I'm not paying attention either. Oh, that's going in. Nope. Oh, did you see Olajuwon? He turned his back to the basket and jumped up to get the rebound. So this is a really good example of Jokic just eating up Olajuwon, which is kind of what I thought was going to happen. And we're in pretty shaky ground here. I think this guy's going to do better than I'm doing. It surely was a bad first minute and a half, that's for sure. Oh, wow, I thought I had it. That could not have been tighter on ball defense. Yeah, whatever. There's nothing I could have done. I thought I had the steal on Hardaway, but I didn't. Still just a 9-point lead. Yeah, we're going to lose this one, but that's cool. We deserve to lose it. We absolutely deserve to lose this. This is some horror. Oh, that's going in. I'm not going to scream. I'm not going to yell. I'm not going to curse. Wow, we gave up 16 points. And Elijah, even though he had, what, 2 rebounds, because they went to him, he didn't even move for him or jump for him. Yeah, that was, oh, wow. Yeah, he had trouble too. I'm embarrassed to win this one. That should have been a loss. And yeah, those 2 giant contested 3-pointers hurt, but I played like crap. Yeah, so, Elijah wasn't horrible, but had those 2 rebounds not just gone right to him, one quite a ways from the basket, and then the other one when there was literally nobody else standing underneath the basket and the ball just dropped in his hands. He was a non-entity out there. And in terms of Jokic's AI versus Hakeem's manual, yeah, Jokic definitely had the upper hand the whole way on the boards and everything else. So, yeah, I mean, one gameplay doesn't prove a thing, but that is my limited experience with it, and I'm not going to play another one, even though I really want to redeem myself. I'll just stuff the ego and go back to our teams. Our league is currently searching, so if we match, I do not want Hakeem up there. And I haven't played, obviously, I haven't played a team with Hakeem to see how his AI does, but I know how Giannis's AI does. So that's the lineup I want them to have to play. Alrighty then. With that, we're over. Look, I'm not going to say this card does not have value, and especially if you can acquire it, no money spent, because there's going to come a time where maybe, for instance, I end up with a power forward with boost, or somebody better than Booker on the bench, or a finesse style point guard that would be better than Curry. And perhaps at that time, it's going to benefit my overall to have both Jokic and Elijah in there to be able to match the 7 player cards I need to, plus this court, this jersey, and that jersey. So this is not a worthless card, but it's not the answer. And when I look at Zion, which is a good card, and then I look at the other 3 Masters, which are these in the middle here. Yeah, this is pretty disappointing. I'm trying to be objective here, and I am being objective. Let me state it in an objective fashion rather than a subjective statement like disappointing. Comparing this monthly master, this Mobile Madness promo to past March Madness promos, this comes up very short. How's that? That is absolutely objective. And when I think about season 3, where you had Westbrook and Booker and McDermott and Bagley and Hakeem, a good Hakeem with really good rebounding stats, and they were all equal OVRs. Yeah, this just comes up short. Comes up far short. The promo itself was boring, and once again, well, that's subjective, but it was boring for me. Okay, that is objective. Um, but, you know, it also, to some extent, well, to a considerable extent, it relies on chance packs. And all the promos we're getting now are chance, not chance driven, but have chance elements in them. And that's the new leadership, and that's the way the new leadership thinks it's best done. I haven't talked to anybody who likes that element. We'd like that to go away. But like I said, I don't have a voice anymore for this to, you know, in this game. So I'll just say it here on YouTube where, you know, it doesn't really matter. So anyway, yeah, those are the Masters in addition to this Zion here. So this Zion and then these 3 cards. Friday, I guess there's a new promo dropping. I don't really care. The only thing I care about is the Live Pass and the Monthly Master, and primarily the Live Pass. So let's just keep our fingers crossed and hope that whatever the top Live Pass Master is for the premium path this month is a really good card, like, frankly, Harden was too. So actually, yeah, it was Harden. It was Harden, wasn't the Ultimate Master. The Ultimate Master was Dominique Wilkins, which, you know, maybe to help boost your OVR, but not as a starter. So at least not the way this game is designed to produce the best results in terms of gameplay, and that is shooting threes and playing defense. So yeah, we're out of here. Have a great day. And remember, even if I often forget, peace out.